Suddhananda divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayandiyam samagaha Dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa Pashyantiyam yoginaham Syantam navidusura suragana Devaya tasye namah. Okay, so today, as I told you in this morning, we begin this text, Bhagavad Gita. As you go on through this text, you shall see it's like almost a pilgrimage through life. As they say, maybe pilgrim's progress. The story starting with very, very human situation, the history of a family, brothers fighting. As it unfolds, the greed, the infatuation, the power, demand, takes them to the battlefield. And there, one of the brothers completely goes through a very subliminal change. Literally moving from the relative to the absolute. And then, of course, ends up with a vision of the absolute. In a nutshell, that is the story of any human being. Nobody begins with enlightenment. By chance somebody begins with enlightenment, that person is not our ideal. It's like if you are in poverty, no education, no facilities of any kind, you look at a person like you, who has started with nothing and ultimately achieved something. An inheritor is not your role model. Born liberated is not our role model. The person who is born ignorant, identified with the body, struggled with his dreams, with his nightmares, frustrations in life, little elations here and now, here and there, goes through tremendous conflict, then understands his problems, and then at one time he is liberated, knows himself, gains what they call Jivan Mukti, living liberated. Such a person will be our ideal, because that is story of my life, your life, everybody's life. The person who is born liberated, born free, that's not the game. That is why somebody claims that this man had an advantage from childhood. That person also is not our role model, because he has an advantage. Are you getting that point, please? Please see the beauty of this situation, where there is no such thing. Absolutely human. Born to a family, playing like brothers, growing up, all mischief, learning and whatnot. Then a situation comes up where the property has to be divided, like any family. Fight begins. It's not going to be resolved in court of law, it goes to the battlefield. Why? We shall see that now. But from that little conflict, a very, very topical conflict, it changes into a very fundamental pursuit or conflict of human existence. While struggling for the legitimate demand of a kingdom, suddenly Arjuna, not suddenly, as the time unfolds, situation unfolds, he recognizes, do I really want a kingdom or the absolute freedom? Do I want just another victory or absolute fulfillment? That transformation takes place in Arjuna. And that is the travel from the unknown to the unknown, from the ignorance to wisdom. So this is everybody's story. They have to fight for the kingdom. Maybe you have to fight for your legitimate right, maybe for a man or woman, for a little love or affection, little attention. Or you failed in business, failed in studies, or succeeded in everything and tired. Even after prosperity doesn't solve the problem. What do I do? That transformation takes place. That is why, friends, both failure as well as success, both can lead you to the absolute if you have the eyes to see. Not only you can be tired of your failure, you can also be tired of your success. Because success is a type of a failure. Failure also is a type of a success. It just depends on your perception, your outlook. Like Benjamin Franklin says, when you don't succeed in 50 times, 100 times you did something, don't say 100 times you failed. 100 times you recognized how it cannot be done. That's a fantastic way of looking at it. Say everything is a learning. What do you call a success can be a failure because if your expectation is huge, the success means nothing. That is why this story has such a universal, timeless relevance. And today we shall see that. Just to make you familiar with the story, most of you, especially those of you who have read this Mahabharata, you know about it. Those of you who don't know, in a nutshell, in a very simple way, I shall tell the story. You go into this Bhagavad Gita because this forms the part of the Mahabharata. Mahabharata, an epic attributed to Bhagavan Vyasa. And this begins with one family, with two children. Dhritarashtra, Pandu. They are the two princes. Pandu has only 5 children, Pandavas. Dhritarashtra has 100 children, Kauravas. So these two brothers, it so happened Pandu passed away, died. Now because he is the eldest son of the family, he naturally inherits the throne. That is the system. But because the children are small, Dhritarashtra enjoys the power. When the children grow up, they are supposed to take over the kingdom. When they are going to take over the kingdom, this somehow Dhritarashtra doesn't like it. Duryodhana also claims, if my father is the king, I am the next. Now what do? They are the legitimate shareholders. But then, that is where comes life situation. You may be legally right, but somebody, by sheer force, call it arrogance, vengeance, stupidity, whatever you call it whatever force you like, they are not prepared to obey the law. It happens in life. You may be right, but you can't stay there. What can you do? This is where they call it as the evil force has taken over. It's just like colonialism. This is maybe your land, but we have come. You stay where we want you to stay. What is apartheid? What is colonialism? My house, you come in. Like in India, what happened? It is Indian country, let us say country. Some people come in. Oh, we want to do some legitimate business. The king granted the permission. Okay. You come in the businessman, then you stay there. After some time you say, this is my kingdom. Like, take in a micro way, it will be easy to understand. It is my house. I have a 4-roomed house. One day you come in. Can I stay there for a night? Oh yes, please come. Because I am a person who respects the guest. Atiti devo bhava. Anybody comes undated has the full right to come and stay in my house. Because that is my tradition. So Atiti devo bhava. So I don't know you are a criminal inside. I think you are my guest because you are coming to my house. So you are a guest. How you come, how do I know? So I say, please come in. So you stay for 1 day, 2 days. Then you really bare your fangs. Then you say, this house is mine. In these 4 rooms, these 2 rooms you stay there. These 2 rooms are mine. Or 1 room is yours, 3 rooms are mine. If you want to come here, you take my permission. Now what do? Just think of it. Colonialization is exactly like that, in a macro level. You come into a country, somebody somewhere gives you permission, then you start business, then you start owning a little. They say, this is mine. What? Are you getting that picture? This is mine. And you want to come here, you need your permission. Think. Naturally, you can't fight it out because they are powerful. He has got guns at his disposal, power at his disposal, soldiers at his disposal. You can't fight it out. So what do? You tell your children, this was our house, this man has taken. So sometimes it takes 5 years, 50 years, 100 years, 200 years to throw. Just because you come and occupy this, never call them rulers, just because you occupy this for 100 years, 200 years, still it doesn't make you legitimate because the history is passed on. The father tells to the child, this was ours, they are intruders. We are the owners, they are intruders. Owners, intruders, owners, intruders. Even in 100, 200, 300 years, 500, 1,000 years also, history, fact doesn't change. So just because somebody occupies your house for 500 years, it doesn't become his. You cannot do that. That is where the fighting begins. It happens in small family, big countries, big countries. Think everywhere. Here it happens in a small family. So they don't want to give the kingdom. Now these 5 brothers, when they are confronted such a situation, because they are nice people. You see the life, one is like a good, bad, you don't have to make them black and white, but now Duryodhana wants everything is his. Now Pandava says, you cannot get it, please see. So suddenly they don't jump into the war. See, if you understand the whole background, then you will know whether Krishna is belligerent, warmongering fellow, or is absolute pacifist. Under the circumstances, you have to fight the battle. We'll see that. So anytime, if you come across such a situation in life, 4 factors are taken into account. 4 things have to be taken into account. You want to solve the problem? 4 ways you have to solve. Sama, Dana, Bheda, Danda. This is the tradition. If you want to solve the problem, Sama. Sama means friendship. Such a situation can you can come across in life. There will be misunderstanding. Why? That is life. Don't know why this misunderstanding, don't ask. This will be there. Between the brother and brother, brother and sister, husband, wife, mother, child, friends. This misunderstanding will come. And somebody will be so stubborn not to understand. What do you do? You can only say, I wish he changes, but he doesn't change. He thinks you should change. That is why if you are a good person, you are always to give in. Like the eldest child of the family, always has to sacrifice. A small one, your younger brother, give him, younger sister, God. So you are always busy giving, giving, giving. You are never right. Even if you are right, you are not right. Why? A child, you know. So child can do everything. It is just like in a modern context, you can say, Pakistan is such a beautiful situation, you know, no reflection, and we are not here to talk politics, I am talking a situation. More mischief, more help you get. Now the Taliban are trying to take over the country. So all the world countries, the rich ones, they have given up $5 billion more. Why? More mischief, you get more. Good people don't get anything. Just like, please see that how it happens. Everywhere it happens, unconsciously. A child, he goes on throwing fits, gets all attention. The child is quiet, never gets attention. The child who throws feet, for everything, then everybody has to come and say, everybody. He gets all the attention. The person who accepts everything, never. It's strange. Some people are like that, stubborn. Anyway, so if you come across a situation like that, what do you do? Solve it in 4 ways. Number 1 is Sama. Sama means friendship. Invoke the friendship. Come on, we are brothers, we are friends. These things do happen. Ultimately, yours is half, ours is half. You take your half the kingdom, give us the half kingdom. You know, that we are brothers. Why fight? You wish some good, some better sense prevails, but doesn't prevail. So what do? Go to the next step. Dana. Dana means sacrifice, charity. Sacrifice. What is sacrifice? Okay, mine is half, yours is half. You give us, instead of 50%, give us 40%, you take 60%. It's like it happens in ordinary friends. As they say in English, no, touch my pocket and our friendship ends. Because as long as you are not satisfied with a friend, with a known person, you want money, give it away. Never lend. If you lend, money goes, friends goes. Everything goes. But the person who comes to beg for the help is different. The person who has to return it is different. The person who needs it, oh, he will have all the times in the world, 20 times a day he can phone up, 30 times in a month he can arrive, morning, midday, midnight, any time you say he can come, you don't say also he can come. Your shadow may not be there, but he will be there. To receive the help. The day you hand over, after that, shadow disappears. And then he is supposed to give back after 3 months. Of course he never remembers. 3 months becomes 6 months also he doesn't remember. If you remind him, it is an insult to his dignity. Why are you asking? Am I not going to give back? Huh? It comes to that. No, please understand. The person doesn't give it back. Then you have a fight. So what do you say? What shall I do? Sama, come on, let's be friends. Okay, 1,000 you have taken, cannot pay 1,000, 700 give. Just think of it. Pandavas did that. Okay, you can't give that much. The half kingdom. We have 5 brothers. Give 5 districts. 1 district with 5 tahsils. 1 tahsil with maybe 5 villages. One village with 5 houses? No. One house with 5 bedrooms? No. One bedroom with 5 beds? No. Duryodhana says, I won't give even needle space, this point of a needle. That much you are not going to get. Now these people are sacrificed, understand? Everything. Still he is not available. Just look at how much you can go. That is why you can ultimately, when you punish, you can justify yourself that you are ready to punish because you have taken all possible steps to avoid the conflict. Then the third thing comes up. So suppose the dana doesn't work out, Veda means diplomacy. You send a mutual friend like Krishna. They send Krishna. Go there and talk to them. Krishna says, after all, you are brothers, and why are you doing that? Come on, give it away. Nothing doing. He insults, humiliates the messenger. Krishna throws him. Then inevitably, one thing is left out is danda. Danda is the last resort. Danda is the last resort. Even in ordinary situation also, you should be conscious to use these 4 methods. But usually, our first reaction is danda, punishment. Get out. Oh, I see. First reaction is punishment. No. Until you finish up with all other possibilities, do not go to punishment. And especially, if it is a punishment, please delay. If it is a reward, never delay. You want to say somebody I love you, don't delay. You say I hate you, delay it. You want to cut off, delay it. You want to help somebody, don't delay. Because if you want to help, don't delay it. Because if you delay it, you may change your mind. Punishment, don't hasten. Stop it. Because maybe later on you discover is wrong. Karna was supposed to be a great charitable. Danavira Karna. Karna is supposed to be the most charitable prince. The story goes once, he was getting an oil massage with a golden cup and everything, oil in there, and somebody is massaging him and all that is very nicely. And then one person comes and reaches him, and that is the time he says, I want some help. Then immediately, Karna, if somebody asks, he must get something from him. So he gives that gold cup with his oil, he takes the cup and gives it to him in his left hand. Usually tradition is you should never give it in left hand or receive in left hand. You must give in right hand only. So when he's giving in left hand, so the Mashu is telling, what is, sir? He's a prince, can't say anything, but says, sir, what are you doing? Why are you giving in left hand? Oh, he says, don't worry. Take it and go. Because by the time I decide that I must go from my left hand to right hand, I may change my mind. Now I have felt like giving. Take, go. Because if I wait to take my right hand there, I may change my mind. Understand? In reward, immediate. Punishment, defer. No problem. So that's why take all steps. We shall see all these things, you shall see. Amazing insight into human life. So Sama, Dana, Veda, diplomacy, Krishna has come back, then inevitably left out is Danda. Danda means fight it out. What is how the prince shall fight? How shall prince shall punish? Only battle. Because they are also powerful, you are also powerful. If you are the judges, where is the court? If both are kings, where is the court? They have to fight it out between them. No choice. There was no international court of justice those days. Those two. Now they have to fight it out. Now when they have to fight it out, now the story progresses, they fight it out. Now war is declared. Now both Krishna and, both Duryodhana, the chief of the Kauravas, and Arjuna on behalf of the Pandavas go to Krishna for help. He was the diplomat, the go-between. But now both the families approach him because they are cousins. That Krishna, you must come to our side, help us. This is the war time, so you must help. So as Duryodhana and Arjuna reach their house, Krishna is sleeping. When Krishna is sleeping, Arjuna with respect goes there and sits down by the leg side. Krishna is sleeping on the leg side. He goes and sits down by the side of the leg, like massage. Respect. Duryodhana, his name is Managovinda. Managovinda means he is the absolute arrogance. Prince. He doesn't bow down to anybody. So he goes and sits by the head side of Krishna. He can't be on the foot, no. And when you are sleeping like this, when you get up, wake up, naturally whom you see? Who is at your leg side? At your feet. He sees Arjuna. Krishna sees Arjuna. As he recognizes him, Arjuna looking at somewhere, like suppose I am looking at you and you are looking somewhere, then naturally my eyes go there. So when he looks at Arjuna and Arjuna is looking backside, Krishna looks back. Duryodhana is sitting. From all people, Duryodhana, what is that? What do you want? He said, of course you know the battle is going to start, so we have come for your help. Then Krishna says, all right, I have seen Arjuna first. So I shall give him the first choice. And the choice has to be made between the two. In this battle, on one side it will be me. I will not hold any weapon. On the other side, the entire crack division, Dwaraka army. You have to choose between the two. Now Duryodhana's palpitation started. Now suppose Arjuna takes over the army and everybody, and I have to take Krishna only, and he has already told he won't fight the battle. So VIP guest during the battle time. We have to look after this boy. But what is this? Already Duryodhana is palpitation. Now Arjuna, without batting an eyelid, he says, you please come without the army. Duryodhana felt relieved. Good. Stupid. Right? Now let us decide whether it is good or bad. Stupid or wise decision. Again, for any successful completion of work in life, 4 factors are needed. Please write it down. 4 factors are needed for the successful completion of any work in life, any time. 4 factors are needed. They are yatna. Yatna means effort. Prayatna. Prayatna means right effort, right direction. Then kala. Kala means time. And the 4th is daivam, the unknown. Call it divine, call it God, call it unknown, call it whatever you like. 4 factors are needed. Yatna, prayatna, kalam, daivam. Please see how it is. Simple example you take. Suppose you want to go to Tirupati. Take simple example. You are in ashram, in Adiyanamalai, you are in ashram. You want to go to Tirupati. Okay? In order to go to Tirupati, first thing, you should have a desire. Right or wrong? As a human being, you should have a desire, a dream, a goal. Call it a dream, desire, goal, whatever you like. You must have it. There is nothing illegitimate about it. Having a dream, is nothing wrong. Trying to achieve something, nothing wrong. Think. But what you want to achieve? Of course, you want to kill someone. That's a different. They can. We don't want to get elaborately into those things. Just see this. You want to achieve something. Just by dreaming about it, you can't reach it. As they say, if the desires are to be horses, beggars are to ride it. A beggar sits down under a tree, going on dreaming. But that means nothing. Why? The moment you dream, which is your right, desire, nothing wrong, but simply desiring, you shall not reach the goal. Impossible. You have to do yatnam. Yatnam is effort. Please see. Let us say, from here I am in ashram in Adhyanamalai, I want to go to Tirupati. Simply dreaming, desiring, will you reach that place? Definitely not. So we should put forth effort. Now what type of effort we should put forth? You decide. Walking will take you there, cycling will take you there, driving will take you there, flying will take you there, bullock cart will take you there, rolling also will take you there, crawling also will take you there. Which one you want to go? You decide. Yatna. Suppose you decide, usually as the people say, the more you get a pain in the name of God, God is pleased. God only knows, right or wrong. Eh? So you said, okay, I'll crawl. Forget it, too much of punishment, crawling. Walking. Even they talk about it, my knee is paining. So, walking is better. So, I say, walking will take me to Tirupati. So, you walking. So, next morning, I got up. As I was getting up to go for my walk, morning walk, I saw you are walking around the mountain, around the ashram. Just around this campus, you are walking. I say, what are you doing, sir? Swamiji, I am walking. Yes, why? I am going to Tirupati. Tirupati, yes. Then what are you walking around this for? Walking will take me to Tirupati. Listen, walking will take you to Tirupati, yatnam. You are putting forth effort, but right effort in right direction. Prayatnam, right effort, right. Walking will take you there, but walking around your house will not take you there. Walking east or west. Suppose in the east, travel east. Don't even travel west. Don't say world is round. You will be stupid. You have to go that direction. Simple things of life, please see. Right effort, right direction. Okay? Next. Kala, time. You must be ready for time. If you walk, it will take you 1 week to reach Tirupati. You should be ready for spending that time. Suppose you say, Haisho, 1 week, mudiyade, difficult, cannot. Then don't walk. Because it will take you 7 days. If you walk, it will take you 7 days. You say, oh, you're very difficult, I can take it. Then don't walk. It will take you 7 days. You have to be ready for it. Suppose you say, yes, okay, I am ready for it. So, you are the dreamer, you have a dream. You are putting forth the effort, right effort in right direction. Prepare to spend the time also. Listen carefully. But the goal, whether you shall reach or not reach, is not in your hand. That is where comes the unknown. Daivam. It's not a helpless situation. Please understand, it's very rational. Appreciate. That is where you will go to Ishvara. Dream is yours. Effort is yours. Right effort, right direction also is yours. Investing time also is yours. To reach or not reach, you can never ever say for sure. That is where comes the unknown. Apollo 13. Everything organized. Everything wonderful. One little thing. I was taking up one little covering of the glass falls up. Poof, out. With computer precision, you have sent something flawless, but it gets destroyed. How? You can take every possible care. something will go wrong. Like that, the prince, there's a British prince, I think. They said they're fighting. Somebody had told you will die with the pierce getting into your brain. So these two, both of them are coming in both the direction, and they are all full mask, armor. But the spear goes through this eye, and there was a little hole. And this thing must go through that only. And the person dies. Nobody can believe it. Anyway, so shall reach or not reach, that is not in your hand. Not necessary to say, oh, as you are going, there are thousands of cars. Well, that is because there are thousands of cars on the road, thousands of situations. You don't know which one is which, what. There may be a bun, there may be something. There may be accident, you may not reach. Why go negative only? Let us take a positive example. As you are going to Tirupati, you are walking down and you hit a stone. On the road, you hit a stone. The stone rolls out, under the stone, one diamond and gold packet. If somebody was taking to give it to God, Tirupati, and somehow he has fallen, it's gone. So they found it. Now they're so happy. Why go? This is what we are going for. I said, this is what we are going for, the temple. Now that is on the road, thank you God. No problem. Like a fellow was going on praying God. Please God, give me, but never got. They said, okay, give me half. Whatever I get, half of it will go to your hundi. Then one day he got a 50 paisa coin. And he said, thank God, you have already received your half and given me half. Half the money. Anyways, jokes apart. Sometimes, not only pain can take you away from the goal, even pleasure, excitement also can take you away from the goal. Both ways. So to reach or not to reach, it is not in your hand. This is where comes human destiny. You want to achieve something in life, desiring is your privilege, effort is your privilege, right direction is your privilege, time giving also is your privilege. To get or not to get, to reach or not to reach, that is not in your hand. That is why you shall see there will be disappointment in life. Because whenever you are working for a goal, there will be a little gap between your expectation and reality. Expecting 500 rupees profit to start a business. Sometimes the profit can come 5,000 rupees, sometimes the profit can be just 5 rupees. By chance it goes to 5,000 rupees, suddenly you arrogate everything to yourself. I did it. Booze, drink and die. Other fellows say, for failure, again you are reacting. But suppose you have got Daivam at your side, unknown, you don't arrogate it to yourself. The success come, not only you, there are so many unknown factors have come together to give you the success. So if the success come, thank God, thank unknown, whatever you like. So that you don't arrogate everything to yourself. If the failure comes, again you don't get depressed. Why? Thank God. That is why the balancing comes. When you accept the unknown, are you getting that point, please? Yatnam, Prayatnam, Kalam. These three are in my hand. Daivam is there. That is why it is a human privilege to act. If you don't act but only pray, you shall not achieve anything. Are you getting that? You can see that from these two sides. Yatnam, Prayatnam, Kala, activity. Total action orientation. Ishvara, remember the unknown factor. So praying, listen, praying is remembering the God. But act you must, then only pray. Are you getting that point, please? Because prayer is not an substitute for action. Understand? Prayer is no substitute for action. Your action can be a prayer with right attitude, but prayer is not an action at any time. A prayer will not produce, listen carefully. But you can say, I have heard the story. What type of story? That is just to put people into the path. Certain stories are told. If you question that type of story, you will not know what to do. It becomes very, very difficult. And that is why, again, another thing is, that you prayed and something happened. You prayed and you got first class. You did not do anything. You did not study. You did not write your exams. You just prayed. Your name has come in the paper. Has it ever happened? You don't invest in anything. Don't purchase lottery and you got a, bumper prize or something. Has it ever happened? Just think of it. Simple prayer is not a substitute for action, please. You have to do both. That is why ultimately, last class of Bhagavad Gita will be that. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Parthadhanurdhara, Tatra Sri Vijaya Bhuti Dhruvaniti Matirmama. That's the last verse. Where there is both Krishna as well as Arjuna. Krishna for the divine. Arjuna is the human factor. Where both are there. You do your part. Unknown will do his part or her part. Don't worry about it. So the life is not only action or only prayer. If it is only action, in the name of secular thing, imbalance. Only prayer in the name of religion, again imbalance. Suppose prayer is the ultimate goal of human life, then we should not have anything between the neck. Why? What should you do? What is a prayer? Ram, 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 Hari, 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 X, 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 Y, 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 something. That is your job. What is your purpose of your life? Just to pray. So just, you have got a mouth, a tongue to talk, finished, nothing else. This is not necessary. Where you go on praying? Activities. The physical activity begins. The whole body is there. That is why, understand, legs and hands are given for the living your life. That is why anything that has hands and legs, don't kill it, don't eat it. Just a story, little extension. Think of it. Hands and legs are given for working out things in life. Anything that has hands and legs, leave them alone. Let them live their life. Just a little bit fun on that line. Because a person asks, why should I be a vegetarian? Simple thing. Those which do not run, they are meant to be eaten. Sthavara. Sthavara means tishtati, which is steady. Jangama, which is gacchati. That which moves are not to be harmed. When you go for a pumpkin, does the pumpkin run? You go for the potato, potato doesn't run. You go for a chicken, runs for his life. Go for the goat, runs for his life. Why? It doesn't want to be eaten. How will you like if a tiger decides to have you as the breakfast? Just think, you are in a jungle and the tiger family decides, nice breakfast. And they run after you. How do you like it? If you get that idea they are going to have the breakfast on you, how will you like it? And you think animals don't know? Every goat knows it. Every chicken knows it. Every pig knows it. We are transporting them. You think they are going for a sightseeing? I'm not telling you jokes. If you really you understand the feelings of the animals, you'll know it. Yesterday I was watching. Our 7, 8 cows were put in the pumpkin field. This boy, our Dilip, he took away 4 or 5 cows, and the last one is left out. He is little delayed. He was restless. Jumping, running. He wants to go to join the group. Because he thinks he's left alone, people have forgotten him. Completely. So restless. Our Shiva, one day Arunachalam, we were walking down, going morning walk. He sees us, suddenly gets up and puts his leg like that and waits there. Why? There is something has gone in. He immediately bent down and removed the stone. No, it was a stone. Big stone has gone between his nail. So he can't walk. So the moment he take it, happy, going away. Then no. If they don't know, how come they come to you, you take a stick, they run. You show the grass, they come. How? They know which one is what. When they see the stick, they remember it has hit the back. No good. Memory is there. That is not me talking. Even it comes in Brahma Sutra. Dandapanim društva dhavati. Trunapanim društva agacchati. Trunapani. When he sees the grass in the hand, the cow comes towards you. Dandapanim društva, whenever the danda. Danda means one stick in your hand, he runs. Why? Remember. The person who has told you some nasty things, when you look at him, you go this way. Why? Remember. Somebody has told you nice things, you go there. Why? What happened? What? Same animal behavior. So that which is moving, not to eat. That which is jangama, that which is thavara. Trees are meant to be eaten. That is osadibhyo annam, osadibhyo annam. Osadi means trees. Trees are meant to be eaten. I say they don't run. And also propagating. Animals don't need our help for propagation. Pumpkin, cut it, throw the seed. Potato, cut it, plant it. Then only it will grow more. Anyway. So ultimately, Daivam. So Arjuna was smart. He knew his capacity. The mighty archer of the time, their legitimate side, morally strong. But in this battle, even though he can fight it out, the success or failure, victory or defeat will depend upon the unknown, Daivam. Krishna represents the unknown. So he said, you come in. Wise choice. Are you getting that? But because Krishna comes in, that doesn't mean he doesn't fight. Nor Krishna says, since you are my devotee, you need not do anything, I will do it for you. Did he say that? But the priest will say, God will do it for you. God never says. God never says, I will do it for you. But one who sells God, he is promising on behalf of the God. And you don't know what to do. And by chance he says, suppose you tell the priest, why it did not happen? What say? I only did my job. What will happen? Then why did you so sure that it will happen? People should have some intelligence, understand. You don't need a middleman between truth and yourself, God and yourself. That is why this understanding must come. Please. So he chooses Krishna to his side. But that does not prevent him from acting, because he has to fight the battle. And what shall he do? What shall he do? Puts him. He says, Krishna says, I will not hold any weapon. Okay. Be my charioteer. On the chariot, be there. Drive the horse. And what a smart decision. To put Krishna in front as the charioteer, you see, here it is. In the front. So any time a weapon comes, first it has to tackle Krishna, then only it will come there. What a smart positioning. What a smart positioning of God. It's like having an infallible shield. Krishna is right in front. So anything it must come through. First it hurt him, then only it will come to him. Everything is counteracted by the time he is touching him, Krishna. So, anyway, placed him there. Now he is ready for the battle. Okay? Legitimate battle. When this is happening, please see, when this is happening, now battle is ready, both the armies are standing. Both the armies are standing. Kaurava army, Pandava army, both are standing, and the story begins. Okay, this is the background. This is the background. Other things we shall see, So then, Krishna has not told anything. And in fact, the whole first chapter we shall see from the afternoon, Krishna has not told anything. He has allowed Arjuna to talk. You will see how the transformation takes place when you allow somebody to go on talking. Don't interfere. That is why in psychotherapy, what do? A professional listener. He is paid to listen. He doesn't have to talk. Let the fellow talk out his problem. He himself will find his solution. If you want to really help somebody, be a perfect, patient listener. Let him talk. First he shall talk total nonsense. After some time, the same person will try to make sense out of nonsense that he is talking. Then himself say, oh, I think I am at wrong. Thank you, $50. You find your solution. You only find your solution. Because nobody can give it. As long as others are giving you solution, that is no solution. I have been telling you, don't drink, don't drink, don't drink. Or don't smoke, don't smoke, don't smoke. You won't listen. One day it dawns on you, hey, I'm really stupid. I should never smoke. It works. I have been telling 10 years. It means nothing. When you decided, it starts working. That is why never unnecessarily waste your time on advising people. You understand? Because every person who looks for advice, what he really looks for is, looks for listening to something what he wants to listen. If you tell him what he likes to listen, you are very nice. If you tell him whatever he doesn't like to listen, of course you are stupid. Anyway, so now both parties are standing, okay? And Arjuna commands Krishna, put my chariot between the arms. We'll see in the afternoon. I want to see what it is. And Arjuna, poor Krishna, whatever he says, okay, do that. And the whole chapter he talks. Krishna just goes on listening. Why? He knows. And next 17 chapters he has to talk. Now his quota is over. Arjuna's quota has to be finished in first chapter itself. Next 17 chapters he has to talk. So he keeps quiet and listens. He knows how the transformation takes place from an ordinary fighter to a mumukshu, desirous of freedom absolute. The transformation, as you read through life, read through that, as Arjuna is transferred, you are transferred. Just like Nachiketas, you become like Nachiketas. As he is seeing, you also see. That is where the knowledge works. You see your mind, you identify with Arjuna. Because as ignorant person, you can't identify with Krishna. You can identify with Arjuna. Because you're starting. See how the transformation takes place. You see also in your life. That is why it's so easy, so universal. It is not a Indian problem, female problem, male problem, Hindu problem, Muslim or Christian or American or Jewish problem. It's a human problem. Conflict resolution. We shall see it in the afternoon. Please close your eyes. Remember this point. Yatnam prayatnam kalam daivam, the unknown. Dreaming is your human privilege, but act you must. Right action, right direction. Time you have to invest. Success, failure. Victory, defeat. Shaped by the unknown. Therefore, make the unknown the part of your life. If you want to name it some way, doesn't matter. And this moment which is unknown becomes known when you are aware of yourself. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hruddesha arjuna tishtati. The God is in and through everything. Ishavasya. If you open your eyes, see Him in a form. When you close your eyes, you see in yourself. The same self everywhere. And He has all forms at His disposal. So you are an inseparable part of it. Therefore, be an instrument in the hand of the Lord. That is your prayer. Your living is your prayer. Your living is your gratitude. Your very living is the song of God. She, He alone existing.